Thank you, Mr. President. Council members, Mr. Mayor, citizens of Scottsboro, I gave y'all a document up here prior to my speaking to you, which highlights some of my concerns, which are basically demolition of private property and how the city of Scottsboro goes about coming to a conclusion of how property will be demolished and what the procedures are. And the reason I'm standing before you is not to say that a previous demolition which took place of the Margaret Gross property, or excuse me, Ms. Gross's daughter Jane Gross's property, was wrong or anything was wrong with it, except it'd be my position that it didn't follow the procedures as outlined by the laws of the state and even the city. And the mayor, I've submitted a records request, and the mayor, I viewed those records prior to this meeting. And I noticed there was a couple of inconsistencies. One of the inconsistencies was the law that was utilized. 1153A was cited in the documents, and of course that's not right, because 1153A, although that is a property abatement law or demolish or repair law, it doesn't apply to Scottsboro, as the law is actually 48 years out of date, so that creates confusion. It states that the laws, in looking at that particular law, in that the cities and municipalities are based on 1970 census data. And of course, in 1970, I think we were around 11,000 people, not somewhere around there. But anyway, it fell below what fit into that particular property or population of the city. So you go to the next part, which is 1153B1 through 16. And this is what I wanted to outline to you, which I gave you here, which I'm going to speak about. There are 6 specific procedures to follow in this particular case. And like I say, I'm not saying that Mr. Smith was at fault in going to talk to Margaret Gross, or nor am I saying that the mayor is at fault asking Mr. Smith to go talk to Margaret Gross. But I think it could be used as an example, maybe of what not to do, because it gives the appearance of secrecy and also impropriety, because everybody concerned are public officials. And the fact is, in meeting in secret like this with a representative of a property actually does improve, by the city of Scottsboro demolishing that property and using Scottsboro resources, it does improve the value of that property. So there is an appearance of an ethics problem there. Not saying there is, it's not up for me to say. I'm just saying what the appearance is. And of course, with ethics violations, you want to avoid the appearance of ethics violation. But here are the procedures, 1 through 6. Notice the property owner by appropriate officials such as the code enforcement officer or building inspector. Notice requires the property owner to repair or correct the property nuisance. It is not up to the city of Scottsboro to repair or demolish property for private citizens. That is up to their responsibility to do that. And if they don't do it within the 45 days, then they can appeal the decision by the property abatement board or notice by the public official. They can appeal that, and there's a procedure for that. The clerk, Ms. Phillips, gives notice to everybody, but to have a city council person to go forward and talk, or even the mayor to go forward and talk to a private citizen, this is what we're offering you. It's my position that's improper, because it's moving away from those set procedures and guidelines of the law. And hearing an appeal. And this is something that is interesting, and I think is problematic for the city. As sitting here, I don't ever recall, just about all meetings, the city doing this. If the city demolishes or repairs the property, upon demolition or repair of the building or structure, the appropriate city official shall make a report to the governing body. Well, first of all, I said the governing body, that's a specific definition there, and so I went to look for the definition. Under this particular law, 1153B4, I couldn't find a definition of governing body, so I had to search in there. There is a definition of governing body, and I found that. It's under the Water, Sewer, Solid Waste Disposal, and Fire Protection District. And I list that here. And it specifically says a governing body It's a city council. When you're talking about county commissions, it's the county commission. Talk about counties, county commission. Or if it's a commission form of government, you know, it falls under that. I got you. So anyway, in wrapping up, all I'm saying, Mr. Stewart saying, hey, 5 minutes, 5. You know, it's my position you did not follow the procedures as outlined. And I'm not asking for anything to be paid more money or anything to be taken away. I am asking, though, that you follow the law. In that the procedures don't give the appearance of impropriety or violation of ethics. That's what I'm asking. Any questions?
My personal feeling is that for someone who's not trying to say anything about Ms. Groves, her name sure is coming up a lot. She did nothing whatsoever, didn't have anything to do with it till the abatement board judged that building that needed to be repaired or destroyed. We went to her. She didn't come to us. We told her. She didn't ask us what to do. You keep coming after her, and she didn't do anything.
That's right.
If you think there's an ethics problem with it, file an ethics complaint on me, because I win. And that's not the first one. If you file on several, because people call me because they know me. I've been around this town a long time. And I may be, I don't know, a person that has a listed phone number in the phone book. But they call me, and when they call me, I try to help them. I've always done that. I'm going to continue to do that. Of course, until the Ethics Commission tells me I can't. But I did nothing wrong. The city, I don't think, did anything wrong. She surely didn't do anything wrong. And I think it's time to put this to bed as far as her concerned.
Mr. Smith, I didn't say you did anything wrong or anyone else. This is what I'm pointing out. Let's go forward, you know. And to improve, not going back. Go forwards.
The only thing I'd say is that anytime we do an abatement process, and we've taken about 26 buildings in the last 2 years, I can think of at least a half a dozen that's been done this exact same way. And, you know, we're not just up here flying by the seat of our pants. We have a city attorney that we consult and that we go through making sure that the process is followed. I would argue that if Ms. Gross would have been treated in a special way, she would have $3,000 in her pocket and the house would still be standing. That would be treating her separately from what we treated everybody else. So, you know, it's something we've tried to do, the procedures we've tried to follow, and hopefully this will be it. That's all I have.
Mr. Wallace.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight, and I'd like to remind everybody, including the council, that we've got a lot of things going on. We've got a lot of good things going on, and I think it's important that we remain focused and not be distracted. We've got things to get done, and I'd just like to remind everybody of that. I think that's all I've got.
Mr. Smith.
I don't have
Mr. Gary Stewart.